All right, today, guys, we're going to be talking about finding a scale factor. Now, as you see here on the screen, we have one example of a problem that I will be talking about. Now, remember, the scale factor is going to be basically where we compare the dimensions of two similar shapes, okay? And we decide or we determine to which factor, either by reduction or enlargement, that an image is off from a pre-image. Okay, so if you remember from our notes in class, anything with this prime little symbol is going to mean that that is your image. Okay, and the pre-image, what it was before, is going to be the one without that prime sticker. So because of the fact that this is smaller than this one, we know already that it's going to be an enlargement. So our scale factor in this case is going to be greater than 1. What happens though when our scale factor is going to be less than 1? That means that it's going to be a reduction. And these two things would be exactly the opposite. If it was going to be a reduction, that would mean that here in the blue, that would have the prime symbol, and it would be exactly the opposite. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our work. I also want you to go ahead and notice that the shape there that's in front of you is a square. So we know certain things about a square in terms of its attributes. We know that all of the sides are going to be exactly the same. So as I said, we'll switch over to the screen where I can show you what I'm working with. Okay, so we have two different quadrilaterals. The first of which we're going to name quadrilateral A, B, C, D. And the other we're going to label quadrilateral A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. Okay, the one with the prime symbols, again, as you remember, is going to be your image, and the other will be your pre-image. The first thing that I want to do, though, is I want to go ahead and determine what our dimensions are for these sides. Now, because of the fact, as I mentioned earlier, that this is a square, it should be fairly self-explanatory as to the fact that we're going to have the exact same dimensions for each of the sides. Okay, so if you take a look here, we see that from AB, which is here, we have 2. There, we have 2 as well. It's 2 all the way around. For A prime, B prime, this particular segment, we have the fact that this is 6 because it's a square. It'll be 6 all the way around. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and identify all of my lengths. We have AB, which is 2. We have CD, also 2. We have segment AC, 2. BD, 2. For A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, I'm going to give the exact same dimensions, but with the variation of the prime symbol. So as we remember, A prime, B prime was 6. C prime, D prime was also 6, and so on and so forth. And I'll go ahead and write those down. All right, so what I want to do is I want to compare the different sides. Okay, so if I set this up as comparing corresponding sides, and for the record, the way that we set these ratios up is we would always compare the image to the pre-image. Now there's a variation on this wording. It can also be called the new to whatever your original was. Now whatever is going to help you actually keep that straight in your mind is the one that I want you to use. But always remember that your images are going to have those prime symbols. Okay, so it's always going to be prime over the non-prime numbers, which is what I was about to write. Okay, so if you notice here, I'm going to compare A prime, B prime, this number, to A, B. When I substitute in the values for my dimensions, I have 6 over 2, which will simplify to 3. Okay, so had I had a traditional rectangle where one of the dimensions is a little bit longer than the other, then it would matter that I actually go ahead and compare several of the dimensions to make sure that I have the right scale factor and that my thinking is actually correct. I'll go ahead and do another one though. what if we were to compare, say, C prime, D prime to CD? Same scale factor. So what this is saying is that from the original shape, the factor by which it has been enlarged, because again, as I said earlier, if the scale factor is greater than 1, then that means that it's going to be enlarged. It's going to be increasing by a factor of 3. Okay? So as always, if you have any additional questions for me, please make sure that you ask those questions in class. Please stop by my tutorials of the 2 times that I give them, either on Tuesday or Thursday of each week. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.